So in this video, we'll be looking at the military powers, financial powers of the president. So the president is the supreme commander of the armed forces. So the president is the supreme commander of the armed forces. So the president alone can declare war and he alone can conclude peace. This he does on the aid and advice of the prime minister and his council. So it is not a discretionary power. So on the aid and advice of the council of ministers headed by the prime minister, the president can declare war or he can conclude peace. The second one, appointment of chiefs of forces. The president appoints the chiefs of all the three forces, that is the army, the navy and the air force. It is within his power. So this is about the military powers of the president. Next we will look at the financial powers. We already know about money bills. So a money bill can be introduced in the parliament only with the prior approval of the president. I repeat, a money bill can be introduced in the parliament only with the prior approval of the president. The second point, the annual financial statement. Article 112 mandates that the president shall lay down before the two houses of parliament a statement of the estimated receipts and expenditure of the government of India for that year. This is known as the annual financial statement. So according to Article 112, the president has to lay down a report of both estimated receipts and expenditure of the government of India for that year before the parliament. This is known as the annual financial statement. As we study about the parliament, we will read more about the annual financial statements also, and when we read about the different kinds of bills, we will read about money bills also. So right now you just need to know that the president gives prior assent to the money bills and he lays down the annual financial statement before the parliament. The third point, the contingency fund of India. All money that the union needs for its expenditure is appropriated by law through the consolidated fund of India. Please remember that all money that the union needs for its expenditure is appropriated through the consolidated fund of India. So the consolidated fund of India is like a bank account of the government of India from which it makes all expenditures. However, sometimes certain unforeseen expenditures come up, and in such cases, the president is empowered to take advances out of the contingency fund of India. So like all of our families, we always set aside a small amount of money for certain contingencies or emergencies. So even the government is like that. We have a small contingency fund of India. So if there is a big unforeseen expenditure or if there is some emergency that needs a certain expenditure, then the president is empowered to take advances out of the contingency fund of India. The fourth point, the constitution of a finance commission. We have already seen that it is the president who appoints the members of the finance commission, including its chairman. So every 5 years, the president constitutes the finance commission in line with Article 280. So the finance commission is a constitutional body, and the president actually constitutes the finance commission every 5 years. The finance commission's principal function is to recommend the distribution of taxes between the center and states. So the finance commission's principal function is to recommend the distribution of taxes between the center and the states. We will be studying about finance commission as we go ahead in this course. You can look at the finance commission in great detail as we go ahead, don't worry. So the next one we'll look at is the diplomatic powers of the president. Although it is the prime minister and his cabinet, especially the Ministry of External Affairs, that negotiate and sign international treaties and agreements, they are all made in the name of the president as he is the head of the state. So all the treaties, all the negotiations, all the agreements, all of this is made in the name of the president because the president is the head of the state. We have also seen that all the decisions that are taken by the government are taken in his name, that is in the name of the president. It is the government of the president. The second point, appointment of ambassadors and high commissioners. From the list of eligible people given to him by the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers, The president may choose to post ambassadors and high commissioners. The third point, foreign visits. On the advice of the Prime Minister, the president may visit foreign countries in his capacity as the head of the state. He is a powerful figurehead and he can be used as an important symbol in global politics. The Vice President also undertakes similar foreign visits to help India with its global diplomatic ties. So the President can travel to other countries and he can do this on the advice of the Prime Minister. He is a very powerful figurehead of India because he is the head of the state and he can help with India's geopolitics as well. Also, the president receives very high standing foreign dignitaries and other heads of state. Let's say the head of state is from another country, like Japan is visiting India. Then it is the president who receives such high standing foreign dignitaries. The president is also the nominal head of the government and holds great aura with his constitutional position and conduct. So the president, especially in the Rashtrapati Bhavan, has great aura. So even when the Japanese emperor's family had come to India, they stayed with the president in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So the president has great aura and he can help with the foreign dignitaries and visiting heads of state. So this is about the powers of the president as far as military, diplomatic and financial powers go. In the next video, we will look at the emergency powers of the president. Thank you.